Good morning, Fabian, Jamil, Jessica, Reynaldo. Good morning. How are you
Good
today?
morning, Miss. Fine, and
Good
you?
morning, Miss.
I am fine, thank you.
Good morning,
Okay.
Miss.
Good morning, Fabian. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And you?
I am better. With my allergy, I feel better now. Thanks God. I went to the doctor. Okay,
Um,
guys. We are going to start checking the homework, page 94 and 95, please. Adverse of frequency. Yes, adverse of frequency today. Let me find the homework. Everybody, please look for your homework. Okay, so we have here the book is pages 94 and 95. Yes, are you ready for that?
Yeah, Miss.
Thank you. It says first adverse of frequency, always, usually, etc. And then expressions of frequency, once a week, twice a day, 4 times a year. And the first exercise is about, are you a workaholic? Yes, so tell me please, Jamil, your answers in the questions about, are you a workaholic? Page 94.
Miss, I write to you.
Okay, so who died?
My cousin.
Of COVID?
No,
Okay. Was it an accident or an illness?
he killed himself.
Oh my gosh. And how old was he?
21.
No, I can't believe you. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. I'm so sorry, Jamil.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. Claudio Jorquera, do you have this exercise? Do you have the homework? Here we are. Are you a workaholic? It says. I talk about work at home, how often I contact the office. Can you please create something because you are not working yet, Claudio?
Yes, let me just look about. Let me look at it for a second. Okay, so um, uh, Jill sometimes forgets birthdays and other family occasions.
Okay, sometimes,
Another one. Um, Jill hardly ever has time to relax in the evening.
Okay, I hardly ever have time to relax in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is for people who work, actually, and you're not working yet, but let me answer this. I talk about work at home sometimes. I contact the office during the holidays, always. I forget birthdays and other family occasions, never. I spend time on my hobbies at the weekends. Yeah, often. I work from home at weekends, always, 100% I work from home. I arrive early for work. No, I arrive on time. I eat and work at the same time. Yes, always. I have time to relax in the evening. Yes. I always watch series in Netflix and I watch my favorite programs. Okay, so here we have, she often talks. Yes. Um, Jill answers is she often talks about work. She hardly ever contacts the family. She sometimes forgets birthday. She often spends time, remember, he, she, it with an S. She never works from home at the weekends. She arrives early for work sometimes. Sometimes you can put it anywhere. She always eats and works at the same time, and she hardly ever has time to relax. This is about her. Okay, now it says put the words in the right place, please. Damian. Damian, we cannot hear you.
Estaba muteado, perdón, profe. Our meetings are always useful.
Are always, very good.
¿Sigo?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Jose hardly ever takes time off. Mr. Jackson always has worked for us. Do you usually drive to work? Pierre hardly ever is late for meetings.
It's after to be. Pierre is hardly ever late.
Okay.
It's after to be.
I fly business class sometimes.
Yes, you can put sometimes anywhere. Sometimes I fly, or I sometimes fly, or I fly business class sometimes. Yes, no problem with sometimes.
Anna always gets to work a little early. My boss usually doesn't check my work, and the CEO hardly ever is here.
Yes.
Is hardly ever here.
Is hardly ever. Okay, very good. Number 3, expressions of frequency. We meet for lunch twice a month. Yes? And here you have to put them at the end of the sentence, remember? Jessica, what do you have in number 2? Jessica? Jessica Medina, are you there? And your cameras, guys. Jamil is the only one that shouldn't use the camera today because he has a specific situation. Sebastián Victoria, what do you have in number 2? I use the company gym.
I use the company gym 3 times a week. Continue.
Continue.
The post comes twice a day.
Twice a day. Very good. Twice a day.
We have a big sales conference twice a year.
3 times a year. No, yes, it's twice a year because it's June and December. Yeah, twice a year.
The company report comes out once a year. I pay my credit card bill once a month. We run antivirus software once a day.
Yes, we run antivirus. Virus. Answer these questions about yourself. Fabián Salazar, how often do you give presentations? It says I give presentations once a month. How often do you get angry with people? I never get angry. How often do you come to work by car? Did you answer this?
I never come to work by car.
How often do you fly business class?
How often do you fly business class? Oh, no, I never fly business class.
Yes. How often do you have meetings?
Meetings. I sometimes have a meeting. You have a meeting? Yes.
Have meetings.
Have meetings.
Very good. Jessica Medina, are you there? How often do you, no, number 6. How often are you early for work? Jessica. No. Reynaldo, how often are you early for work?
I never work early for work.
I never.
Work
I am. I am never.
I am never work early.
And how often are you? No, it's not work. It's I am never early for work.
Early for work.
And how often are you late for work?
I never late for work.
I am never late for work. I am never. Tomás Guevara, how often do you go out with friends?
I go out with friends twice a week.
How often do you take exercise?
I take exercise 3 times a week.
And how often do you go on holiday, on vacations?
I go on holiday twice a year.
Twice a year, very good. You're lucky. Huh? Okay, thank you so much for your homework, guys. Very good. Okay, so Fabián, Reinaldo, Tomás, Sebastiana Pablaza is connecting. Sebastián Victoria is here. Okay, we are going to have some conversations today. We're going to use the adverbs, but before that, I would like to practice this pronunciation. Everybody, please. You are going to listen to this and you have to repeat at home. Everybody, I need repetition.
How often do you exercise? How often do you change your password? How often do you help out at school? How often do you listen to your MP3 player? How often do you need to go to the dentist? How often do you receive your magazine in the mail? How often do you report to your supervisor? How often do you stretch before working out? How often do you talk to your parents? How often do you travel?
Okay, so Sebastiana Pablaza, tell me 1, 2, and 3, please. I'm going to help you with your pronunciation.
Me?
Sebastiana Pablaza? Are you ready? What happens with Sebastiana Pablaza? Okay. Reinaldo Herrera, tell me 1, 2, 3, please.
How often do you exercise? How
Yes,
often do you change your
remember,
password?
how often?
How often do you exercise?
Yeah,
How
but
often do
Reinaldo,
you change?
Reinaldo, but give the English accent. Do you? It's not do you, it's do you. How often do you exercise? How often do you exercise? It's fast. Reinaldo, one more time.
Okay. How often do you exercise?
Uh-huh.
How often do you change your password? How often do you help out at school?
Help out, help out.
Help out.
Yes, Tomás Guevara, how often do you? Instead of do you, they say do. Yes, Tomás.
How often do you listen to your MP3 player?
Do guys.
Do.
How often do you listen? Continue.
How often do you need to go to the dentist? How often do you receive your magazine in the mail?
Good. Fabián Salazar, how often do you report?
How often do you report to your supervisor?
Yeah, how, no how. How often? How
How often
do you
do you
report
report
To your
your
supervisor.
supervisor. Okay, okay.
Okay.
How often do you report to your supervisor? Supervisor.
Supervisor, supervisor.
Supervisor. Okay. Again.
How often do you stretch before?
How often? No. How often do you stretch before working out?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you talk to your parents?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you travel?
Yes, how? How often do you travel? Travel. Vi. Hay una cosa, chicos, que noté en la última lectura, que no están haciendo la diferencia entre la B larga y la B corta. La B larga en inglés es bilabial, es bilabial. Significa que tú dices beautiful, beautiful. Yes? Belly, belly. Y la B corta es labiodental, es labio dental, es decir, con la V. Entonces yo digo acá, how often do you travel? V. How often do you travel? Esos sonidos hacen la diferencia when you speak English, okay? For example, here, how often do you buy? Buy, no buy. It's how often do you buy clothes? How often do you buy? Book, English book, b. So you have to make the difference, okay? So we are going to practice in groups, 5 minutes, yes? We are going to practice these questions in 4 groups, and I want you to practice as always. I'm going to copy the link in the chat. Let me see, the link is here for you to have the questions in your chat. Okay, so everyone, can you see the link? Yes, okay.
Yes.
Very good. So you have the link there, and no Spanish, only English. So Sebastián, you ask Tomás, for example, Tomás, how often do you travel? And Tomás says, well, I travel twice a year. How about you? Again, how about you, Sebastián? Well, and Sebastián answers, okay? So you can choose any questions from here, not necessarily, you know, in the correct order, okay? So please, join the groups and speak English for 5 minutes, please. Claudio Jorquera is ready, okay? Fabián. Jessica Medina, please join. Okay, everybody's joined except Jessica Medina. She's not in the class. She's here, okay. Claudio, what questions did you practice with your classmates? What questions did you ask?
Almost all.
Oh,
We
really?
Yeah.
Wow, very good. Do you remember anyone that you practice and the answer of your classmate?
How often do you go to church?
To
I
church.
asked. Yeah, and we, well, the three of us, sorry, said we never or hardly ever go to church.
We never or we hardly ever go to church. Okay, good. Okay, so it's really necessary that you remember, please, and I insist on this, on the order. Yes, for example, here, if it says, how often do you travel? You can say, I always travel, or I travel 5 times a year. That's a lot. Yes, so you have to put the correct order. Yes? Okay, we are going to see this conversation in your handouts, please. Do you have your handouts? We did this last class, and today we have handout number 7. Please, everybody, your handouts. So the question is, do you go straight home? Straight is direct to your house. When you finish classes in the university, do you go straight home or you go to a cafe or to visit some friends, you know? So the pronunciation is straight. Huh? So tell me, what do you see in this picture? Sebastián Victoria. Describe the picture, please.
In this picture, I can see a boy and a woman talking in a classroom, out of the classroom.
Very good, yes.
In the background, I can see la pizarra. I don't remember.
The blackboard.
The blackboard and the seats. Yeah, and that's all.
Yes, very good. Excellent description. So Adam is going to be Damian, and Lori, Catalina Toledo, please. You are Lori. Give me this conversation, please.
Camila, profe.
Camila Toledo.
Yo soy Adam.
Please.
Profe?
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you do after class? Do you go straight home?
Well, usually, sometimes I meet a friend for dinner.
Oh, where do you go? I mean, do you go somewhere nice?
Do you know Fabius? It's oak. I mean, the food. Okay. I mean, the food's good and it's cheap, but the service is terrible. Do you know it?
Well, actually, I work there. I'm a server.
Oh, he works there. He's a waiter, a server. Camila, repeat after me, please. But the service, not but the service.
But the service.
Do you know it?
Do you know it?
Yes, you have to connect here. So Lori sometimes meets a friend for dinner. Yes, and they go together to this restaurant that is cheap, but the service is terrible, and he is, you know, a server there. Okay, so I mean, the expression I mean, this is really, really much used in English. Where do you go? I mean, do you go somewhere nice? Do you know Fabios? It's okay. I mean, the food's good and it's cheap. Yes, I mean, is when you want to say in English, yo quiero decir. ¿Ah? I mean. O sea, esto es lo que yo quiero expresar. I mean. So you have to use I mean when you speak English because it's a typical sentence. Match the first question for a good second question. These are connected, yes? So what do you do after class? Do you go out for coffee? Yes, it's a second question after this one. Huh? Number 2, how do you get home?
The E. Do you take the subway or the bus?
Yes, very good. How do you get home? Do you take the subway or the bus? Letter E. Number 3, do you ever feel tired after class?
D. I mean, do you usually need a break?
Excellent. Yes, a break is recreo. So do you ever feel tired? I mean, do you usually need a break? It's connected with this, right? Do you work in the evening?
I mean, do you have a part-time job?
Mm-hmm. How often do you go shopping?
Do you go shopping a lot?
Yes, letter B. How often do you go shopping a lot? And what do you do for lunch?
I mean, do you eat out?
Do you eat out? Do you eat in a
Yeah.
restaurant? Yes, that's right. Okay, so here you have, conversations. It's not only one question sometimes, but you ask 2 questions in order. You don't ask only one question. You ask sometimes 2 questions to clarify what are my glasses? My glasses. Where are my glasses? I lost my... Oh, okay. I'm going to pick up another pair of glasses. Give me a second. Okay, I found another pair of glasses. So you ask a second question to clarify your first question. Yes, to be, more precise about your question. Yes, so Fabian, please read number 1. 1 and C, please, together.
Okay. What do you do after class? I mean, do you usually need a break?
No, it's letter C, number 1.
Ah, okay. Sorry. Oh, do you go out for coffee? Sorry.
No, I don't. I never go out for coffee. After class, I usually go home. Tomás Guevara, tell me number 2, please. Ask me number 2.
How do you get home? Do you take the subway or the bus?
I drive my car. Yes, and when I don't have a car, I take an Uber to the university. Sebastiana Pavlasa, ask me number 3.
Do you ever feel tired after class? I mean, do you usually need a break?
Oh, yes, I do. I usually need a break, and we have very short breaks at the university, but I am usually very tired. Jessica Medina, number 4.
Do you work in the evening? Do you work in the evening? I mean, do you have a part-time job?
Job.
Job.
Is yeah, the J is stronger. No, I don't have a part-time job, but yes, I work in the evenings. I teach sometimes in the evenings, not very much, but yes, I do. Claudio Jorquera, ask me number 5.
Okay. How often do you go shopping?
Do you go? Continue, please.
Yeah, just one second. Okay. How often do you go shopping? I mean, do you eat out? No, sorry. Do you go shopping a lot?
No, I don't go shopping a lot. I go shopping only once a month. And please, Reinaldo Herrera, what? Number 6.
What do you do for lunch? I mean, do you eat out?
I hardly ever eat out. I usually cook at home. So I take, my lunch to my work when we are in person classes. When now that it's online, I always eat at home.
No.
Okay, so let's continue with a listening exercise. It's about your leisure activities. Repeat after me, please. Leisure. Leisure. What are leisure activities? I want you to know leisure is free time activities, yes, but I want you to see, the pronunciation, yes? Some people say leisure, some people say leisure.
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 And in England?
Leisure.
Leisure. So those are free time activities, yes? That's, and the pronunciation is?
Leisure.
Leisure. So we have here leisure activities. We are going to listen to a conversation and you are going to answer. Getting together with friends on group day can be a fun activity, especially when you like hanging out with people. Hanging out. Hang out is to spend time with friends doing nothing, actually. Yes, hang out, you say. I like to hang out with friends. Yes, here you have a slang, spend time idly.
Hang out.
Hang out.
Hang out.
Yes, hang out with friends. So you aren't interested in a serious relationship. In such situations, what kind of activities do you like to do with your friends? For example, Sebastián Victoria, what kind of activities do you like to do with your friends?
Playing video games.
Damian, what kind of activities do you like to do with your friends?
I like to play video games too, and I like to go out, so walk or talk.
Very good. So here we have, listen to the recording and answer the question. Sebastiana Pavlasa, can you read the first one, please?
Stuart is going to with his friends.
So we have 3 possibilities. Sebastian, why can't
Amy go with her friends?
Yes, why not? Seba, at the end?
At the end of the evening, the friends are going to.
Okay, how?
How is Amy getting to the activity?
Yes, taking the bus or driving. And Amy?
Amy wants to be home at
this time, okay? So please, attention, listen, and if it's easy for you, you can take notes. Remember, you write only the isolated words that you hear, and probably in that way you can get the correct answer.
Amy's, how you doing?
Oh, hi, Stuart. School is so crazy these days, and when I'm not at school, I'm at work.
Hey, listen, I'm getting together with Sarah and Paul tonight, and a few of our other friends are going to join us.
Oh.
And we're going out to eat and then catch a movie. Why don't you come with us?
Hey, I'd love to, but I have to cram for a test tomorrow.
Ah, come on. We're planning on having dinner around 6:30 and then seeing a movie at 7:30. We should be home by 10:30, 11:30 at the latest. I mean, you're always saying that you don't have any friends and that your love life, well, that you don't have one. Come on.
I don't think I'd better. I haven't been feeling well lately.
Yeah, because you study too much. Well, we'll have a blast. Come on, relax.
Well...
And it's Sarah's birthday, too. And we're throwing her a small birthday party after the movie. Come on. Best friends always stick together.
Oh, okay.
Great. I'll pick you up at 6.
Okay. See you then, but I have to be back by 10:30.
10:30, midnight. It's all the same. See you at 6.
Okay, so what did you get here? Stuart is going to, please, free participation. Where are your cameras, guys? I only see Sebastian, Damian, and Reynaldo sometimes, Fabian sometimes, and the rest of the students. Please. This is free participation. Number 1, please.
See a movie and have a dinner.
Okay, very good. Correct. Yes, because it says, I'm getting together with Sarah and Paul tonight. We're going to eat and catch a movie. Catch means agarrar una película. Huh? Catch a movie. Why can't Amy go with her friends?
She has to study for an exam.
Okay, correct. I love to, but I have to cram. Cram es estudiar a última hora, como calentar la materia, yes? But I have to cram for a test tomorrow, please. Write the new vocabulary, yes? At the end of the evening, the friends are going to...
Have a party. Have a party?
Have a party, correct. A small birthday party. How is Amy getting to the activity?
Stuart is giving her a ride.
Stuart is giving her a ride. Yes, I'll pick you up at 6 o'clock. Yes, he's giving her a ride. It's when you take another person in your car. Amy wants to be at home.
10:30.
At 10:30, correct. Excellent, guys. So you are having better understanding. We are going to see now the script of the conversation, and you are going to tell me if you have any questions, okay? Here we have, you know, vocabulary, catch a movie, to cram for a test. We will have a blast. Yes, we will have a blast is an expression, it's like saying lo vamos a pasar chancho. ¿Ah? We'll have a blast. Y les recomiendo que anoten todo este vocabulario en un cuadernito porque así van aprendiendo y van mejorando su vocabulario. Okay? You can write, for example, I have, you know, something like this and I write all the new words. Or you can also have, you know, something like this. You write whatever in a copybook, in a notebook. So we'll have a blast, yes? And throwing her a small birthday party. We have the verb catch and the verb throw, lanzar. So they are going to throwing a small party, and they are going to catch a movie. So they are opposites. Okay, so now you can read the conversation.
Amy's, how you doing?
Oh, hi, Stuart. School is so crazy these days, and when I'm not at school, I'm at work.
Hey, listen. I'm getting together with Sarah and Paul tonight, and a few of our other friends are going to join us.
Oh.
Okay, attention here. I am getting together. Get together means juntarse. Huh? So get together is another verb that you can use, okay? I am getting together with Sarah and Paul.
Oh.
And we're going out to eat and then catch a movie. Why don't you come with us?
Hey, I'd love to, but I have to cram for a test tomorrow.
Remember to cram? To cram es como calentar, a test.
Ah, come on. We're planning on having dinner around 6:30 and then seeing a movie at 7:30. We should be home by 10:30, 11:30 at the latest. I mean, you're always saying that you don't have...
At the latest. We should be home by 10:30, 11:30 at the latest. Como máximo. That is the expression, at the latest. Repeat, please, at the latest. At the latest. Repeat. At the latest.
Have any friends and that your love life, well, that you don't have one. Come on.
I don't think I'd better. I haven't been feeling well lately.
Yeah, because you study too much. Well, we'll have a blast. Come on, relax.
Well...
And it's Sarah's birthday, too. And we're throwing her a small birthday party after the movie. Come on. Best friends always stick together.
Oh, okay.
Great. I'll pick you up.
Okay, another expression. Best friends always stick. A stick is like a stick fix. Do you remember when you went to school that you buy a stick fix? Okay, it's like se pegan, se unen. Best friends always stick together. I'll pick you up. Another important verb. Pick up, recoger. You pick up, for example, you pick up your glasses. You pick up your telephone, yes, and you also pick up a person, yes. Fabian, you can pick up your girlfriend, yes. Pick up your girlfriend from her house. So I'll pick you up. That's the expression. I'll pick you up at 6.
At 6?
Okay, see you then, but I have to be back by 10:30.
10:30, midnight. It's all the same. See you at 6.
Oh my gosh, she's never going to be back at 10:30. She will be back later, of course, and she's going to have a terrible test. I'm sure, that's going to happen with this woman. Okay, guys, so what else we have here? Catch a movie. Yes, cram. Let's see. Sebastiana Pavlasa, can you read the example of catch?
Let's catch a movie this afternoon after school is over.
Yes. Damián, cram.
Pero como profe me perdí. Me confundí.
Read the sentence. I
had to cram all night for the final text in my biology class.
Yes. Fabián, blast.
Thanks for inviting me to the party yesterday. I was the real blast.
It was a real blast. We had a great time. Yes. Sebastián Victoria, throw. Sebastián, throw.
My parents are throwing a big party for my brother who just got married.
Very good. My parents are throwing. Yes. Reinaldo?
I have to be back home by midnight. It's a family rule.
It's a family rule. Repeat. Rule.
It is a family rule.
Yes, it's a family rule. Okay, so Tomás. Thomas, tell me please, how often do you eat fast food?
I eat fast food sometimes.
Sometimes, okay. Ask me.
How about you?
I hardly ever, I almost never eat fast food. Yes, remember that you have synonyms. What are the synonyms of hardly ever? Hardly ever, you can say what? What are the synonyms for hardly ever? Can you tell me? Please.
Difícilmente, casi nunca, ¿eso?
No, but synonyms. Synonyms. Oh my gosh, I wrote that. It's not right. Okay, remember that we say hardly ever, seldom, rarely, and almost never. Those are synonyms. Yes? So I seldom eat fast food, or I rarely eat fast food. Yes, but last night I had a Burger King hamburger because my children were seeing the basketball game and they bought hamburgers from Burger King and onion rings and nuggets and also French fries. So last night I ate so much fast food. Thomas, how often do you have English classes?
I have English classes 3 times a week.
Very good. Have you been having classes with Hans Petersen?
Yes.
Yes, he's a good student and he's my teacher assistant. Are you learning, Thomas, with Hans?
I don't think so because I know the things he is teaching to us.
Okay.
So I just attend.
To know more and to be sure.
Yes.
And are you learning with me, Thomas?
It's the same thing. Not so much, but I work my pronunciation.
Okay, yes. You know what happens that in ACA, no one is exempt. So the students now that are online are lucky because they don't have to attend classes if they have a higher level. But if we were in person classes, face-to-face classes, all of you would have to attend my classes from 0 beginners to advanced. So it's, I don't know why. I mean, I have always said, why don't we exempt some students that know English? But they say that they have to participate anyways. And it's difficult for me, you know, it's a challenge because most of the students that know English sometimes may get bored in classes, but they are very respectful and they understand that I have to teach for the majority of the students, not only for the ones that know English. Yes? It's, you know, a tradition in ACA. Fabian Salazar, how often do you buy clothes?
How often do you buy clothes? ¿Qué significa clothes?
Clothes.
Cuando voy a comprar ropa. Eso, ¿cierto?
Yes, how often do you buy clothes?
Eso. Hay, ¿cómo se dice? No muy a menudo. Un segundo, sí lo tenía.
What I wrote in the chat. Look at the chat.
Okay. Almost never.
Buy?
Almost never buy clothes.
Very good. I almost never buy clothes. Okay. Sebastián Victoria, how often do you go to the dentist?
I go to the dentist twice a year.
Oh, good. Excellent. Jessica Medina, Jessica. How often, Jessica, do you read?
Hardly ever. I hate read.
Okay, I hate, what do you say?
I don't like read.
Okay, you have to say, I hate reading, yes? Hate is always followed by ing. Hate plus a verb with ing. I hate reading, or I hate cooking, yes? Okay, and Jessica, how often do you practice sports?
Hardly ever.
And what do you do? What do you do in your free time?
I use my phone.
I
check my, I don't know, my social medias and stuff.
It's very active, yes? The social media for you is active.
Yeah, kind of.
But do you think that you should play any sport, that you should do any exercises? You think that you need that?
Yeah, but I'm very lazy. But yeah, I need it.
Yeah, I understand because I am lazy too. And we need to have more discipline, yes? We need
Yeah.
to say, okay, every day walking for 30 minutes, but I never do it. And I should do it, but I never do it. It's really, really bad. Well, okay, guys. Next class, we are going to finish with unit number 2, yes? And after that, you are going to have your first written test, which is by Zoom, and it's about units 1 and 2, yes? The written tests are normally grammar from the homework, and you have to study grammar, you know, the structures and the vocabulary that we have been learning, okay? That's going to be on September the 30th. So no homework for next class, but please start studying, you know, units 1 and 2 for your written test, okay? Do you have any questions, any comments? No? Are you okay? Are you okay? No questions, no comments to finish the class? No?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so see you next Monday. No. Yes, next Monday at 11:45, okay? Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Goodbye.
miss.
Have a nice day.
Miss.
You too, guys. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, miss.
Bye-bye, Fabian.